Hola, this is Yoshie Miyahara, and I am your Mexican, Japanese, Texan realtor. I am bilingual. I speak Spanish and English, but I'm also fluent in Japanese. Just to give you a little bit more of my background, my mom is Mexican and my dad is Japanese, and I was born and raised in Mexico. But now I'm a full Texan, y'all. I love Texas. If you didn't know, Texas is the promised land. Here is where I have planted my roots. I started my family. I am married, and my husband and I have 2 kids, and we live happily in Collin County. So that's where I specialize. I have been a real estate agent since 2015. The main reason why I chose this career is because I wanted to be a stay-home mom, working from home. I wanted to be part of my kids' life. I didn't have kids at the time, but that was the goal. You know, being able to work from home and spending time with my children, that was very important for me. So it was really cool because my business started to grow at the same time as my kids were growing. So now, for the first time, they are both full-time in school, and I have more time in my hands and more experience. So it's really cool how things happened. Get pre-qualified. Even when you think that you're not ready, even when you think that your credit score is not where you think it needs to be, getting pre-qualified is free. I have the contacts, and knowing where you are prepares you. We can help you, give you tips to get you ready. How much savings do you need? This much. How much do I qualify for with my job, with my yearly income? You qualify for this much. Okay, what type of loan can I get? All that goes in the pre-qualification. And let's say you don't qualify now, well, guess what? 6 months, a year, 2 years, but you know where you're going. You can get ready, and time flies. Once you get that pre-qualification letter, you're ready. For me, that's where my job starts. Now I know in what price range you are. Now I can start looking for homes, and that's my specialty. For sellers, if you're thinking about selling your home, even when you think that you're not ready, call me. Information, again, is free. I can help you get some comps to determine the value of your home according to the neighborhood, what has sold recently. I can help you with tips about getting your house ready. What is it that you need to do to make your house more presentable? What are the repairs that you need to do and that are important when it's time to sell? Sometimes selling or buying, especially when it's the first time, can be overwhelming. There is a lot of steps people need to do, and even with the contracts, some people get overwhelmed because these are legal, important contracts. I make the process easy. I take the transaction step by step, and I take my time to explain what it all means, but one step at a time, so that it's not, I don't come with a full package and this and this and this and this and this. My job as an agent is to make the process as easy as possible for sellers and buyers. Well, one of the funny stories about real estate is I was representing a landlord, and so we had his house for rent, and we got someone that was interested in renting this place. And most people ask you, "Hey Yoshie, I like this place, but please, have the landlord change the carpet." Or, we need new paint because sometimes, rooms can be blue or purple or red, and some people don't like it. So these are the most common requests that I get. But this particular person asked me to get rid of ghosts. So I was really like, okay, where can I hire? Can I call the Ghostbusters? Like, can I get a number? Because, we need this, we need to list this. But that was a very hard request. Well, I was looking for a house for a client, and we found one really nice. And so my client was interested, and I was going to prepare the offer. And when I say the offer, it's the purchase contract. So you have to put who is the seller, who is the buyer. And so when I was looking at the documents, I read Steve Harvey. And so I'm like, wait a minute. This sounds familiar. Is this like Steve Harvey? Is the real Steve Harvey? And so I started to look in the history, and yes, it was Steve Harvey's house. And so, with my clients didn't end up buying the house, but I almost did business with Steve Harvey. The beautiful thing about my job is that my schedule is flexible. And so I can arrange it. I always put my clients obviously as a priority when they are available. But most of the time, people look at houses after work hours. And so my husband, after that, he's home, or weekends. But I don't think I could do this job if it wasn't for the help of my in-laws, my mom, my husband, that takes care of my kids when I am out showing. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, my husband. Thank you, Mommy. I am a big quality time person. So I love spending time with my family and my friends. Any free time that I have, I love going on dates with my husband. We try to do twice a month. I love spending time with my children. It can be as easy as going for a walk, going for a bike ride. I do mommy and daughter dates. I take my son to do things just with him. And, we love traveling. Love traveling on vacations, going places. That's what I do. I love my job. I love what I do. But real estate is not like you see on Instagram. It's not as easy of, I sold the house, I get paid. Sometimes transactions take longer than what people want. Ideally, when you start looking for a house, ideally the process, let's say the process is 30 days. That's the loan, right? When they have a loan, 30 days. But by the time you show homes and by the time you close on one, sometimes you can go 1, 2, 3, 6 months without getting paid. So because real estate is commission 100%. You don't get a salary in most agencies. So my biggest advice, if you are looking or considering getting your license, I will say do it as part-time for the first year at least, or do full-time but get a part-time job so that you have a steady income, so that you have a little bit coming that is secure and that is sure, because it's really hard. I don't think I could do this job if my husband wasn't a contributor in our income. So I would say to start, have a part-time job, and really when you get a check, don't spend it all. Save, maybe spend a third of it, and then, be a good administrator of that check, because you don't know when the next one is coming. Once you've been an agent for, probably 2-3 years, if you're getting a transaction monthly, Great for you. You did it. And then, of course, you know, it will grow, the income will grow, and then you can be fully 100% a real estate agent. Also, I mean, in real estate, you have low seasons and high seasons. So when it's high season and you're making money, save for the slow season. And you know, some people say, oh my gosh, they make a lot of money, it's 3%. Well, guess what? When you're with a broker, not the 3% goes all to you. You have brokerage fees, you have agency fees, you have monthly fees, you know, and maintaining a license. You have to stay with the continuing education, and you have to pay taxes. So yeah, when you get a big check, put 20% aside to pay your taxes, and maybe spend half of your check and the other half save it. I see myself selling houses. Continue to help people. I can honestly tell you, I can see myself being a realtor long term until I retire. This business keeps you, I mean, you don't end learning. Every transaction is different, believe it or not. Every transaction is different. And so there is so much to learn that, yeah, I love helping people. I love meeting my clients. They're fun. Going house shopping, yes. I'm gonna be here for a while. For any of your real estate needs, call me. I'm available. I have experience in residential, new construction homes, commercial, investment properties, fixer-uppers. I'm here to help.